What is going on, everybody, man? King Recon here, dude. You already know, son. When the greatness returned, when the best-selling manga in history finally made it back to the starting lineup after being on reserve for 2 weeks, you already know I had to come back, man. You already know I had to come back onto the YouTube. Press that red button and get ready to read the latest installment, chapter 992 of the best-selling manga in history, man. It's been way too long since I've consumed anything One Piece related. So I'm ready to go up and like some more, dog, because we're here to read the one and the only, the greatness and the awesome sauce, One Piece, bro. It's been way too long. Honestly, bro, it's been since I think September. Well, last chapter came out like September 27, right? 28, somewhere on there. It's been way too long. Right now we're sitting, what is it, like October? We're mid-October, all right? Almost in late October. And it's been crazy because ever since this last chapter came out, it feels like everything's been a breeze with this Trails catch-up journey, which has been absolutely legendary. Everything just flew by. It feels like everything was filled with motion blur. And these last like 3 weeks have just, whoosh, you feel me, on that cold steel greatness. So with that, with the NBA Finals, football's back. Even though I don't want to be reminded of football, bro. that junk right there, son. But like all the craziness, you know, the Gintama movie trailer dropping and finally getting to see, and they're gonna animate those legendary last couple chapters of that Goat Tama greatness. Yesterday we just got a confirmation that Evangelion 3.0 plus 1.0 is finally coming out for real this time in January. So it's wild, man. It's been crazy, but I've been missing this. I've been missing it. And I don't think I realized how much I missed it until I finally finished Cold Steel 3. And I sat down and I was like, man, like this journey was so legendary and so wonderful. And I wish I could share it with some more people, man. Because shout out to my group chat for always putting up with my spam and putting up with all the hype and whatnot. Because if not, I most certainly would have lost my mind if I had nobody to talk to when it comes to the Trail's greatness. But I was like, bro, like, man, I miss doing YouTube, man. You know, there's just something about being able to come on here and express yourself freely while talking about something that you really enjoy. And I was like, man, I can't wait to come back, bro. And I was like, you know what? I'm just going to wait until One Piece comes back because that's my bread and butter. That's my baby right there. So, but we're here, man. We're ready to talk about the awesome sauce. Ready to read the greatness. I'm trying to recall what was taking place, you know, with the whole X-Drake thing was going down. Yeah, Zoro and X-Drake with Killer, that was some crazy stuff. Then you had Kinemon cutting the blast breath right down the middle. You had Neko and Inu going ham against Jack in their Sulong states. I mean, crazy stuff. So I can't wait to see where we continue on from there. Oh, and then the whole Usopp going ham against Page 1 and Nami and Ulti. I mean, it was greatness. You know, Onigashima in general. Onigashima feels like you're going out every single night and you're playing Allen Iverson, bro, in his prime. I mean, just getting ready for the crossovers, getting ready for the ankle breakers. You have to brace yourself to get scored on in any possible situation. Your defense is wide open. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, you gotta be ready to get some ankle surgery after reading that One Piece greatness. That's how crazy Onigashima's been ever since it started. Honestly, throughout the entirety of Wano, but specifically in Onigashima, Oda's been going ham. But without further ado, man, I hope everybody out there is doing good. I hope everybody out there is safe during all these crazy times and whatnot, man. So keep moving forward and going up in like somewhere, man. And it's so great to see y'all again, dude. But let's get right into this greatness, dog. It's a double color page. It is. Bro, I'm telling y'all, man, it's going to be a while before I'm going to get tired. And I don't even know if I'm ever going to get tired of seeing Jinbei on these color pages. Because ever since Fishman Island, we were like, yo, is it official? You know, the Jinbei is the son of the sea. Real deal, a part of our crew. Is he in the Mugiwara no Ichimi? And now that all this time has passed, and of course we had all the greatness go down a whole cake. And it's like, man, we still don't have many color pages. We don't have them in the movies. We don't have them in the OVAs. Like, what's going on? And so when he came back into Onigashima and we finally got that color page with Jinbei in it, it's like, yo, he made it. It's official now. We don't have to speculate. We don't have to be like, yo, is he really the helmsman? Is he not the helmsman? Is he just a part of the allies? Like, no. He's a part of the crew. He's on the Sunny. He's in there like swimwear. First son of the sea. Jinbei. So it feels great to see him. It feels great to see the Sea Train again, man, in the color page here. It looks like everybody's in their first post-time skip outfits from whenever we first came back from Return to Sabaody. Which, shout out to Return to Sabaody, man. I know earlier this month they were celebrating. This is how you know that I was head first. Like, nothing else mattered. There were days where I didn't even check my phone for a couple days if I ain't have to. You know what I'm saying? Like, so unless somebody's messaging me, I ain't checking that thing. I'm in there with Irene Schwartzer, dog. I'm going in there. You feel? But there were certain points where I was just like gone. I was completely immersed in what was going down in this catch-up journey of mine. And so I completely missed the anniversary of chapter 598. Y'all know if you've been here for a while, that's my chapter. There's a lot of amazing chapters in the series. A lot of chapters that I would probably put in number 1, like chapter 225, where like People's Dreams Never End, and the I Want to Live, and so many great chapters. But 598 is really special in terms of any time that I want to pick me up, anytime I'm like, I either want to remind myself why I love the series, I want to put a smile on my face, or whatever the case may be. Especially whenever I was in college, man. I remember I always used to carry this volume you see right here, which is why it has a couple bents on the side, and it kind of hurts me as a collector that it has those bents everywhere. But it's like, yo, I couldn't leave the crib without having volume 61 on me at all times, just in case I ever wanted to read it. And every time I got to 598, it always put a smile on my face. Like, man, like when Luffy's like, yo, Ikuzo. Put in the hat. It's been 2 years since the legendary Battle of Marineford. You have Hancock losing her mind over Luffy. Luffy puts the hat on his head. You see that double page spreader with all the strides post time skip, and then you go up to the Return of Sabaody Greatness, and I really love that arc. But that chapter 598, is really special, man. And every year I always try to put that out of like, yo, it's been this many years since that chapter dropped, and I completely forgot this year. That's how you know. I was completely head first and immersed. I was in another world, bro. To be honest with you, I was in the Shadow Realm since September 27th, or the last time that y'all saw me, dog. It's been wild. But regardless, let's get into the chapter, man. Really nice color page. Oh, we're starting right off the bat with Big Mom. Got that Perospero? Oh, Perospero's here. That means we're about to see Marco. Got that Perospero? So we get to see this outer shot of Onigashima from the outside. Man, now that I see this outer shot of Onigashima, I gotta catch up to the anime soon, bro. I gotta catch up to the One Piece anime. I gotta catch up to Jujutsu Kaisen, because I already know that anime is gonna be fire. I gotta watch Burn the Witch. All with time. But no, definitely the One Piece anime, bro. Because I already know what's about to go down in the One Piece anime. They're about to go in. Knowing Toei and knowing how they've been handling Wano so far, and what they were doing with the last stuff that I experienced, that's going to be heat. The alliance with Kaido was my idea. I'm sure it was, Mom, but remember, we've all been dreaming of the day you become king of the pirates, Perorin. Of course I know that. Why don't you kids trust me? Oh, well, that's a relief. And there's Marco. I see. In that case, despite your invitation to work together, it would seem our mutual goal of vanquishing the ogre Kaido is no more, Perospero. So that is what they were trying to do. When we saw Perospero and Marco coming back together, we were like, yo, why are they together? Are they trying to propose some sort of plan? Is Perospero going to join up with us? Is he going to be... is he going to come over here and attempt to bridge some sort of opportunity and plan for betrayal? Because we know that this arc is a lot... there's a lot of indications and both in flashbacks and with specific wordings in certain chapters, that this arc is based on a lot of trust and betrayal. So it's like, I'm sure at some point in time, whether it be on the enemy side or on our side, we were going to see a massive betrayal take place. So a lot of theories were like, yo, one of those betrayals could be Big Mom. And Big Mom betraying Kaido. And a lot of those stemmed from seeing Perospero and Marco running down that hallway together. It's like, yo, why aren't they fighting each other? So here we see that Perospero actually really was trying to present a scenario like that. But Big Mom's like, nah, the alliance with Kaido was my idea. That was all me. It wasn't Kaido that put it on the fine print and told me to sign. I told him to sign the contract. I told him to sign the max deal. So what does that look like on my end? Now upholding my part of the bargain, and probably with like their backstory and their whatever happened with Rocks and the possible indications of betrayal that possibly took place then, or whatever the case may be, right? But I'm sure that Big Mom has her own reasonings for going about this as well. So hold on, Chief. Oh, Marco, I thought you were better than this, helping out these whippersnappers. So sad how Whitebeard's remnants have lost their way. And I love how this conversation is taking place on this wonderful entrance of the island, where you can see the massive mouth of the skull, the bridge behind them, and the Rashomon gate and whatnot. You sure you're not mistaking you sure you're not mistaking the meaning of the word remnants, Big Mom? Do you think that Pops' voice is still binding us to his will? Everyone who's left is free. That's all Whitebeard wanted. Whitebeard wanted his family, his people, to be happy, to be free, and to prosper. That's it. To him, that was more valuable and more important than any treasure, than being the king, any of that. He was a true man of his people. It's Goatbeard. You know what I'm saying? That's Shirohige. Mr. Guda himself. That's right, dead men give no orders. Do as you will. Come on, Big Mom, man. Come on. Carrot, where are you going? To avenge Pedro. So we're about to see Sulon, Carrot? To avenge Pedro, I know who I saw. Straw, go onward. Thanks. Here we get to see the goat with the coat. Banquet hall. Inside the castle, the whole island is in an uproar. Do you think they'll come up here? There's no one in the tatami room with us. Can you imagine? Will you play a song for us, Miss Maria? Black Maria's here? Of course, how about this one? On a snowy night. And here we get to see Yamato in the background. Those who wish to be united but could never be together. And we see Shinobu running Momonosuke. It's like, yeah, you can't even blame them, because Yamato, what about the whole Odin situation and the way she did? It's like, yo, I can guarantee you Momonosuke's like, yo, we're in the flying or this is crazy person. Like, let's dip, let's get out of here. At last we'll meet. Well, and on a snowy night. Din, 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 din. Din, 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 din. On a snowy night, those who wish to be united, din, 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 but could never be together. Din, 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 din. At last we'll meet. Din, 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 din. Beneath the light of the moon. Oh, so romantic. Their passions. Din, 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 din. Run high. Okay, Maria. Hitting them with the lyrics, the language. And we get this double page spread over the 9 Scabbards right in front of Kaido. Yo, she's so cool. And here we get to see all of them pushing forward towards Kaido. You see Kaido in his dragon form running towards them as well. It looks like he's charging up another blast breath, but we know Kanan won't have none of that. Another double spread. So we get to see all of them, and it looks like there's some damage taking place to the ground right here, so they all immediately pop up off the ground. Oh, did I miss a page? No, I didn't miss a page. So these explosions. Or are they based on this electricity that's happening off the top? Because we know I remember whenever I was playing Power Warriors 4, Kaido had this one move in his dragon form where he could like summon lightning down from the ground, and I know that that he's been capable of, especially whenever he first appeared, of like having some sort of control. I don't know if it's like Oda hyping him up in terms of like whenever he appears with like the whole thunder and lightning going around him. But what about if Kaido genuinely has some sort of control? Not necessarily like on some theory dragon stuff, right? But where like he has some sort of weather manipulation under him, where he could, with his in his dragon state, summon lightning, because we know that his technique when his base form is the thunder Bagua or Bagua, whatever you say. And so I'm pretty sure that because of that, he can probably summon that junk from the heavens. You know what I'm saying? On some NL stuff. I don't know. Bring down the thunder, bring down the lightning, ride the lightning, Metallica style. And so here we have Kaido coming down on the bottom. It looks like he attempts to. He's either slithering forward or he attempts to bite one of them. I never saw his mouth open up, so I'm going to assume that he was just trying to headbutt him forward here. We're going to see Raizo, Denjiro, and then Kinemon. You know, Kinemon wants a piece of that pie. We're going to see, I believe that's Inu. Go back, and then he opens his mouth again. We get to see that electricity coming out of his mouth. His roaring turns to lightning. There it is. There it is. So we get to see the rest of the Scabbards here as they all prepare to battle. Move over. And here, is that Neko? I believe that is Neko. Goes forward, tornado style, goes over to Kaido. It is Neko, and this man hits him with the Sendo Smash. Shout out to my Eppo fans out there. And I'm on a let me be quiet. Let me be quiet. Because you get me talking about Eppo, bro. We're going to start chopping off the walls. Hajime no Eppo in these last couple chops. Ooh. The last like 20 chops. Hajime no Eppo, son. I don't go in there. But anyways, this man, Neko Goat Mushi, goes up and like so hits them with the Crimson Cat Dance. Goes right under Kaido after this tornado effect taking place behind him. And he just uppercuts the Sendo Smash and just Crimson Cat Dance. Hitting his S-Craft. Trail style, you feel me? And he goes in, he's up on top of the moon, Kappa style. And here we have my boy, Kawamatsu the Kappa, showing why he does his thing. Kappa style, River of Sea. River of Sea. And he goes in, you see like this whirlpool coming out of the blade. This looks so dope to me. This is something that I feel like whenever it gets animated, it's going to look so fresh. So you get to see the whirlpool coming around him. It's like these two rings made of water. And it just has a really nice aesthetic. And then Kawamatsu finishes off his attack. Oh, their attacks are hurting Kaido? You best believe they are. You better believe that they are, coach. He goes in, turns back with his claws, goes to scratch Kawamatsu. And he does. It looks like he hits him. Does he? Yeah, he hits him. He sends him flying towards those, it looks like a piece of the mountain or this rock right here. And then Inuarashi come in. And Inuarashi goes Canine Scourge. Gets him right in the side. ESPN, you can wait. Goes right in the side. And you can even get to see some of the blood coming out of Kaido's wound. Fallen Snow Scythes. Slicing rounds. That's gotta be Kiku. Slicing rounds. And right here we get to see both Izo and Kiku going up intellect swimmer against Kaido. Kaido's getting damaged, bro. Enough nonsense. None of these attacks bear a resemblance to Odin's blades. So why can't they cut me? Because they're all embedded with Rio. They all got the Rio flowing through their blood, through their veins, through their will. Blast Breath, Ninpo, Scrolling Jutsu. And here we get to see, it looks like he puts out a massive scroll right in front of the Blast Breath in order to protect them, to utilize as a barrier here. My scrolls can wrap around anything in existence. And he goes in, captures the Blast Breath, takes it into his hand, and then he proceeds to wrap Kaido around, utilizing that scroll. And now I return it to you. Blast Breath Restoration. He wraps him around in the scroll and just makes him implode with his very own Blast Breath. On some Pokemon stuff here, folks. Yo! Master Kaido, what's happening? How can he be taking so much damage? And then here we see him, and he gets back up, because, you know, that's Kaido. You see Kinemon, oh, what's Kinemon about to do? Come on, I'll teach you. No, thank you, we have our own fighting styles. But Odin, two sword style is the greatest there is. Why won't they learn it? Because they would have fought a great big fight over who would be your foremost disciple. Yo, and we get to see Odin talking to Toki with little Hiyori and Momonosuke panel here. Yeah, that's precious. They love you so much they would have killed each other. That's factual. What do you think you're doing? And they're all prepping for an Odin 2 sword style? Watch out. So you got Ashura Doji. You got Kinemon. You got Denjiro. You got Inarashi. And they're getting ready. You waste your time with this cheap imitation. Okay, first of all, here's the thing about Rio. Listen to me. And then here we get to see them once again, their facial expressions. And then they all wail on this man Kaido with Paradise Totsuka. And they go in and hit him with the Ikuzo. The whenever you get your five brave points all the way and you gotta do that team attack. Hit him straight up with that Paradise Totsuka. And every single one of them leave another, it looks to be another mark on the scar that's already there on Kaido, man. All for Odin. And that's the end of the chapter. Next chapter drops on my birthday, bro. Sweet Lagnards. I wasn't expecting a straight up action chapter like this, bro. I legit was expecting us to move around, set some more of the pieces into what was about to take place. And ready some more of the battle situations that are going to take place down on the ground level, on the ground floor, with continuing what was taking place in the last chapter. But no, we're continuing exactly where we left off, with the Scabbards going up intellect swimmer against Kaido. And the craziest thing about this is we can clearly see that Odin not only taught them Rio, but they themselves took it upon themselves, knowing that they were retainers of Odin, to continue to train, to continue to build up, and because of how much respect that they had for Odin, they realized that not only did they have to become strong, but they knew him so well that imitation becomes kind of like a form of flattery, right? Where that's said a lot in forms of art, like for certain like dance movements, for pieces of art or whatever. Whenever somebody imitates you, it's a form of flattery. But whenever you have so much love for someone that you carry on their will through their attacks, and especially when it comes to a swordsman of the caliber of Odin, and somebody else utilizes those techniques, you already know they have a massive amount of love for you, especially if they can deliver that attack anywhere on the same caliber as you. And knowing that all of them together carry on Odin's will, to see them delivering this attack as a team attack, not just as one person doing it, but as a team attack, indicating that all of them together, if they all put their mind to it, if they all continue to carry on with Odin's will, as long as they do it together, it is possible to take down this beast. It is possible to take down this dude. If they all combine the real hockey together and start going up in like swimwear, it's not going to be easy, but it can be done. And that's so fire to me, bro. Like, it's just, it continues on with one of the major themes in this arc so far, and I love it. I love it, especially with the fact that they hit it in the very same exact place where the wound was initially inflicted by Odin with the double cross. Like, it's just great stuff, man. So many double page spreads in this chapter. Some of these attacks were so gold, dude. Yo, Maria started hitting the and from then on, it was nuts. You already know when the anime gets to this part, it's gonna be wild, son. It's gonna be wild. And just the way that the panels were structured, the team attacks, it was an S-craft galore, bro. Crimson Cat Dance, River of Sea, the Canine Scourge, Fallen Snow Size, Slicing Rounds. He had Raizo taking the Blast Breath with a scroll, taking it right back to him. Blast Breath Restoration, like, And they go win all of them together. Odin two-sword style. Paradise Totsuka. I mean, you could just tell that in this time off that Oda had, and I'm so happy that he's back, and it looks like he's better than ever, man, with this chapter. And it's like, with this break that he took, man, he must have been, looking through his notes and like, yo, I'm about to go in. And for me, as someone who really loves team attacks, like I absolutely loved every little team battle that we've had in the series, because I play so many games. I'm used to team attacks, and I'm used to boss battles, right? And I love them because of that, because it showcases that one individual can be extremely strong, but whenever you and your people go up against that, there's no barrier that you can't overcome. Shout out to Lloyd Bannings. But it's like, I've always loved that ever since I was a kid. There's time for the 1v1s. And I love 1v1s. So that's my bread and butter. When you're 1v1ing against one of your rivals, there's nothing better than that. In anything. You think back to legendary encounters like, AI and Vince Carter back in the playoffs, back in the day, or just in this NBA Finals. That one game where it was Jimmy Buckets and Bron, just back to back, nonstop. In that one game, stuff like that is really special whenever you have two individuals just duking it out. But there is a point in time where it's got to be a team battle against one person, and I love what Oda's done with that so far in the series, like with the Oars fight, with the desperate battle against Kuma. There's been some really cool team battles taking place in the series so far. But this one right here, because of the weight behind it, because of the Odin flashback, because of everything that these individuals have done, it took enough out of them to get all of them together into this one place. You know what I'm saying? From all aspects, for every one of them. They were all in their own little thing. They were all in their own struggles. All doing their own thing, but they all carried on Odin's will, bro. So to see them all come together here after all these years and deliver this team attack as if they had never been separated shows the bonds that has always been there. And that's nasty. That's awesome, bro. Great stuff. Awesome action chapter. Really, really well needed, honestly. Like, even though I wouldn't have minded a chapter with setting up all the pieces and seeing what was going to be going down on the bottom, having this chapter just coming back and get right back down into business and seeing them go up in like Sumo against Kaido and delivering these blows and seeing the team attacks and seeing the determination on every single one of them, the way the panels were structured, and it was great, man. Absolutely awesome sauce. I don't know what I'm gonna do next week, because like I said, 25th is that's crazy now, think about it. Last year when on my birthday, I got Stampede and the first chapter in the Odin flashback. That was a GOAT day. As a One Piece fan, that was, you can't ask for anything better on the B-Day. But this year, so we're going to continue off of the Odin greatness and get that. So I don't know what I'm going to do, because I work that day. So I might just do it on Friday and then come back on Sunday or Monday. I don't know. We'll see. For next week, I don't know if I'm going to do it on Friday or Sunday. And then the following week, with Trails of Cold Steel 4 coming out, I really don't have any idea what I'm going to do. I don't know if One Piece is going on break or whatnot, but if it's not going on break, for what chapter would that be? 994. If that one's late, then you already know why. You already know why, man. Immersed in this journey, but yeah. Regardless, we'll find out. We'll see what happens. And if anything, I'll just update y'all on the YouTube page or on Twitter or whatever on whether I'm going to be early or I'm going to be late, but just expect it on Friday, like you did this week. But if not, then if y'all don't see any video on Friday, just expect it on Sunday. On Sunday night or Monday morning, depending on where you live, because my internet, with how long it takes my internet to upload videos, man, it could literally be 6 hours later before you see any of that stuff. So yeah, man, everybody's having a good one, bro. After this awesome chapter, hype stuff all the way, and just the weight behind these attacks, knowing everything that they've gone through, and the fact that they're doing all this together is so dope. I'm gonna get back to some Call of Duty Cold War, man. I've been enjoying that. The XM Cheese, MP5, and the Milano. I'm testing it out. I'm liking a lot so far. I wish every lobby wouldn't be as sweaty as it is, but I guess as That's all just gonna prepare me for whenever the actual game comes out or whatnot. But everybody has a good one, man. Peace out. One Piece greatness. We're in the middle of it, man. You know, we got 8 chapters. No, actually 7 chapters until chapter 1000. And it's gonna continue to build up and get more wild from here on out. It's gonna be crazy. But I'll see y'all in the comment section, man. Let me know what y'all thought about this awesome chapter. And I'll see y'all next time for that One Piece greatness for chapter 993, man. Peace out. Have a blessed one.